So Tom has a great question about dividends. I think what's puzzling Tom is whether or not you can really just buy a stock, get the dividend, and then sell the stock the day after. So let's see how the whole system works and use a practical example from Coca-Cola. So I actually chose to call this question, how do I receive dividends from stocks? But basically, as also said before, what Tom is really talking about is that he's thinking about the whole process of stock dividends, and you can actually see that he's saying, my question is, and then he actually has three different questions of dividend and stocks. So let's, using Coca-Cola as an example, really dig into how is it that the whole system with dividend works. Is there really a way to go about the system? And Coca-Cola, they publish a press release 4 times a year when they are declaring dividends. And let's just go through this message and see how to read it. So it says Coca-Cola and then parenthesis NYSE, which means New York Stock Exchange, colon KO, and KO, that's just the stock ticker for Coca-Cola. They declare a 33-cent per share quarterly dividend. So if you live in the U.S., you usually get dividends 4 times a year. And for instance, if you live in Denmark and the most of Europe, they're just doing it once a year. So clearly, if Coca-Cola then was based in Europe, you would get 4 times as much. So it's not like you would get more or less; you just get it more frequently. Then it says that it's an 8.2 increase from prior dividend. And there's a lot of people that live off dividends, and for them it's just really nice to have this calculated percentage. So if you are dividend investing, if you are making a living off your dividends, you can consider this as an 8.2 pay increase if you want. So really nice. And just something to mention, Coca-Cola is a very popular stock for people who is living off their dividends. And as you can see here, this is actually the reason why, because the forward yield is 3.15%. And what that means is that based on the current stock price and based on what you can expect, at least based on the current rate you can get in dividends, that would be equivalent to getting 3.15% in return. So right now, this is the end of March 2015. That really beats what you can get from your money market account. So and also bonds for that matter. So that is really decent. It's just really nice, at least in my opinion, to have this estimate of how much can I expect to get. Now let's really dig into the important stuff here. The payable date, that is April 1st. Now, so that means that you will get your dividend, which is those 33 cents per share. You get that April 1st. Now, you need to be a shareholder at the March 16, and you need to actually purchase that stock no later than March 12. You need to buy, say, March 12, and then you need to hold on to the stock a few more days. And then when you're on record, then you are entitled to get the dividend. Now, then Tom is actually saying, well, can I just buy, the stock for a day, or in this situation, 3 or 4 days, um, and then just sell the share? Yes, you can. But the thing is that a stock is trading with dividend and is trading without dividend. So later than this point in time, they're actually not be trading with dividend. So the dividend, that is basically cash that is held into the company. So clearly the company would lose value, everything else equal, when this cash is paid out. So you really can't, again, you really can't beat the system here. The stock price would be expected to drop 33%, everything else equal. Tom, I guess that was the answer to your question. At least I hope it was. And I think it's a great question, and it's definitely a question I've been thinking about myself when I first started. Like, can I just hold it for a day or a few days and then sell it? But doing that is usually, I wouldn't say it's like good strategy. Also because you actually be paying taxes on what you get in dividends. So just buying it for the dividends, for most people, due to tax reasons, that just doesn't make any sense. I'm not talking about for the long run having dividend as a stable increase, but I'm not. having say dividend arbitrage. I mean, at least in my opinion, if you held that in your personal account, it would be really really hard to profit from due to taxes. So if anyone has any question to me, please feel free to tweet to me directly at stake_brodersen. That's over Twitter, and you can also send me an email over asktheinvestors.com. I am returning in a few weeks with a few more videos.